Does playing with the Redgar posture actually give you an advantage? I talked with Redgar to see if his posture actually helped him win Masters Berlin and to see if he has any actual issues with his neck and back. His responses are surprising. Video, what we're going to be doing is describing and interviewing a really well-known Valorant player that I think got a little more popular after Berlin because of how he sat in his chair. And I think a lot of us saw the meme posture stocks, and I think it really was interesting to, especially me, a physical therapist, to see someone playing at such a high level, and then really wanting to know if this person has pain. And I'm really just happy that Redgar was willing to hop onto this conversation with us to speak to us and maybe
Yeah,
help us
hello.
understand a little more about that posture, maybe how it started, and then we're actually going to be doing an assessment of the posture live. And so, yeah, Redgar, it's a pleasure to have you. Congratulations
Yeah, hello.
again
Thank you, thank you.
on winning stage three. That was a really fun stage to watch, and definitely very, very interesting in terms of your posture. So, did you know at the time that your posture was, maybe not normal?
I didn't know. Like my father, maybe during my teenager's age, told me like you're sitting not good.
Okay,
Like
okay.
you have to change it. But I was like, I'm okay with it. It's fine for me. It's not hurting.
So, this posture was since you were in CS:GO as well?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, and so can you give us an idea how long have you been playing, at a semi-pro
Mm,
or professional level?
I guess that I started to play on semi-pro level in CSGO when I was 20 or 19 years old, and I played it 2.5 years. And after that, I have a break. I played League of Legends, Hearthstone, Apex, and
Got it.
all games.
Yeah.
And when I have two ways to play on League of Legends in CIS region and Valorant,
Uh-huh.
Project A, it was a
Yep.
Project A at the
Yep.
start. And I was like, or I have a lot of experience like in CSGO, so maybe I
Right.
can provide it into the Valorant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I choose to play it, and I guess I didn't make a mistake.
Yeah, you've been doing pretty well. I that's so great to see. But that's so interesting, right? So how old are you now? If you started at 19, how old are you now?
23, and after 5 days, I'll be 24 years old.
Oh, almost your birthday. Okay, well,
Yeah.
we got to make sure that you stay healthy. And so, one really big question I have is, do
Mhm.
you have any pain right now? For your lower back, your neck, your shoulders, your wrists, your hands. Are you completely good?
I guess that I don't have a pain right now. Maybe sometimes after my gym,
Uh
that
huh.
I have when I have like a back training, and after that I should sit like this.
Uh huh.
I have a not pain, maybe like
Like a little sore.
the muscles tired. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like one day, and after I'm good.
Oh, okay. Good, good. So, um, I think it's really helpful for us to understand a little more about your lifestyle because it's awesome that you can still sit in this position and still have no major pain that's affecting you when you play. And a lot of the times, when we see this type of posture, we kind of feel pain in our back. And so, I'd love to learn a little more about, what's your typical schedule like? Are you sitting for the majority of the day?
I'm sitting like this only when I'm playing like into the game, when I'm
Mm-hmm.
watching something or just have a theory with my teammates.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting like normally. I'm just
Yeah.
sitting like this, and
Got
it's
it.
okay. I can watch it really clearly.
Got it.
And on the stage, I changed my position too
Yeah.
because I sent you photos and you
Mm-hmm.
saw it like that I wasn't like close to the monitor like I was on the Berlin.
Yeah. That's
It
true.
was like the adaptation of situations because I have lights in my eyes and I should do something with this and I just decided to be more closer to the
Oh.
monitor. Yeah,
Interesting.
it was
Interesting.
one of the things
Oh, so
why
that's
I
why it looked
went.
really close. It was not,
Yeah,
yeah, and that's definitely a little different than what I saw from what you sent me. So
yeah.
then, if we kind of total the amount of time that you're playing throughout the
Mm.
entire day, how many hours would you say you're spending in that position?
In that position, mm, I guess maybe around 7 or 8 hours, and I
Wow.
have a
Okay.
breaks. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And you so you take a break every game, and you kind of sit back a little bit, like you said.
Yeah, or
Um,
walking, like taking the food, like the banana, like
yeah.
something like this.
Good.
So
Good. Good. I love it.
yeah,
And so, how often do you feel like, or do you get up throughout the day? Is it every hour? Is it every 2 hours? Every 3 hours?
I guess every 2 or 3 hours, something like
Nice,
this.
nice. And
Yeah, and I have like a little warm up before starting the play. I'm training my wrists and my hands, like
good,
push-ups, maybe some that kind of trainings.
very nice, very
And
nice.
yeah,
And is
because oh sorry, I found
it's
out
okay.
that when I warm up my wrist and hand, I feel like it's not my hands is not cold. Like I
Yep.
really warmed up and I'm feeling my mouse really good and I know how in what position I should move my mouse to kill someone or something
Yeah.
like that. It's helping a
Yes.
lot.
So I love hearing that, right? And that's something that we promote all the times with the pros and the players that we work with is that, if you warm up your body and you warm up your nervous system, you can have better mouse control and be more consistent with your aim. So I'm loving that you already do that. Do you is that something that, you just discovered on your own, or is that something that you worked with someone to help you understand that?
Mm, when when I played really bad, I wanted to change my training system, and I found out I tried to warm up before my playings, and I found out for me that it helps me to feel more. Um, I feel it more sensitive, I guess, like you said, the more clearly.
Yeah.
And I think, and after that, I decided to do 5 push-ups or like the training with my wrist and push-ups. I do push-ups if I don't have a time, like to do the other stuff, like before
Got
the
it.
stage or something like this.
Yep, that makes sense. So, are you willing to share Redgar's secret warm up with everyone?
Oh,
What
I
are the exact things that you do to make you
oh,
the Berlin winner?
I can try to. I maybe try to do it like
Uh
when I'm
huh.
sitting.
Okay.
Like, of course, I'm doing
Okay. Very
this
nice.
kind of stuff, this kind of stuff
Okay.
too.
How many?
Yeah,
Do you do 10, 15?
eight times in one
Okay.
direction and eight in another, and
Nice.
do it
Clockwise,
twice.
counterclockwise. Nice. Two
Yeah, and I'm
sets.
using it for elbow and for my full arm too.
Good.
I'm using like this kind of stuff,
Okay.
this
Nice.
all kind of
Nice.
stuff,
Again. Okay.
this also,
Okay, your triceps. Okay, very
uh,
nice.
this
Okay, let me
one
try it. Let me
too.
try this. Boom. Okay, good. Some wrist extension. Very cool. Very
Yeah,
cool.
and maybe if I have a time before the push-ups, I'm standing like this and do a little bit, not like all my body weight on my hands,
Uh huh.
uh, just a little bit, and use my back like correctly, like during when you use in the gym. I don't know how to say this. In your
Hmm.
stance, and you have like one
Let's
second. I'll
see.
ask my brother.
Wait. What? Let's see. Let's see if I can demonstrate.
Yeah, okay, if it's
Okay.
possible.
Here we go. Here we go. Is it like you said like this
Yes, yes. No, no full, no full
or
on
like
your
this
knees.
or like
Yeah,
that?
and yeah, and just a little bit. No. Down, a little bit like push-ups, but a little bit
Oh, you
to
do
make
this?
some pressure. Yeah, and not
Oh.
like too down.
Oh, okay. You just go a little like that.
Because I guess if you're doing it too much down, you can hurt your wrist.
Yeah, because so what you're doing, which that's pretty interesting because it's giving you a stretch of your wrists when you're like this. We're already in the maximum range of motion here, and when you
Yeah,
put weight on it, you're just bending it so you get more of a stretch, which is awesome. I love that you do that. Um, and I also love that because you're actually using a lot of key shoulder muscles, which is
yeah.
great.
I just googled what can exercise I can do for
Uh
warm up
huh.
my wrists and hands. I
Uh
found
huh.
out I like a lot, and
Uh
I
huh.
found out this those exercises were the best for me.
Got it. Got it. Okay, so clockwise, counterclockwise, 2 sets of 8. You do a set of maybe like 8 to 10 here. Then you do your arms, triceps behind here, both sides, and then you do the on your hands and your knees, bending your elbows a little bit, and then if
Yeah,
you have time, you do push-ups.
yeah, and the wave thing
Oh,
like
good,
this.
good,
Yeah,
like this, yeah,
yeah, yeah. Oh,
like that. Just
you're the
Ray.
professional.
Yeah, my friend competes, so he taught me. He taught me. Um, so I love that. I think that's actually amazing because sometimes it's difficult when I work with some players and I'm saying, hey, well, take the time to warm up your body. You'll feel it when you actually get in game. And then, do you also hop into the training range and then shoot a couple
Mm.
bots, or do you like to DM before you play?
You mean like walking I'm around before my games or not?
No, like hop into the training range in the game and shoot
Oh,
bots.
oh, oh, you
Yeah,
mean, yeah, I'm training like the aim labs, like
yeah.
30 minutes. After that, right now I
For
have like 30 minutes aim lab
uh
and
huh.
30 minutes deathmatch in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But when Berlin will come closer, I will make 2 hours training for my aim. Like I will
Mm.
put it the range, and I'm like to running into the um, how to say empty map and preferring angles like to
Yep.
know
Yep.
much
I
better
know.
map.
So I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I was immortal before. So
Oh,
I played the game a little bit. I also was, global for CS:GO. I
mm,
competed a little bit in CS:GO, so I did the same thing. I when I really cared about improving, when I had time, when I didn't have a daughter, I would hop into
mhm,
the every map and do the same thing.
mm,
I think that really helps warming up, pre-fire angles, thinking about angles too. So
yeah.
I love that. So it sounds like you have a pretty lengthy warm up. You do a physical warm up, then when you're not close to a tournament, you do 30 minutes of aim lab, 30 minutes of deathmatch, and then you hop
Mhm,
into your scrim, right?
yes.
Awesome, awesome. And so I think that's rare. Do you find that your teammates are the same way, or are they a little different?
No, they didn't like to warm up like before the the game. I found out for me it was like 5 or 10 minutes to do
Yeah,
the physical warm up, but you will
yeah,
feel much better
got it.
after that. And my trainer in gym told me
Yeah.
like to do if I don't have trainings in gym and I want to warm up me a lot,
Mm-hmm.
just warm up a little bit, I can do 20 push-ups and 50 sit-ups. I
Nice.
don't know.
Squats,
It's sit-ups,
squats. Yeah,
squats.
squats.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. Very nice, very nice. It's something very similar to what I've seen or recommended. So, I love that you do that. And so it sounds like you go to the gym, right? You go to the gym.
Mhm.
How often do you head to the gym?
Like before Berlin, I wasn't like at the gym around 2 months. But right
Two
now
months.
I
Uh
came,
huh.
yeah, but right now I came back in to my gym and
Mm-hmm.
um, I have per week 2 trainings with a trainer and one cardio day for
Oh,
me.
so 1 week, 3 times.
Yes.
Got it. And then so you have 2 days, probably like a upper body, lower body, or something like that, and then a
It's
cardio day.
different. It depends on my coach.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Very cool. And then you said sometimes when you have a back day, it might just feel a little sore for one day, like a little tired.
Uh, It's okay for me. I don't feeling tired after on next day, but I'm
Hmm.
feeling sometimes tired after my trainings.
Yeah.
I trained today and
Yeah.
around 11 a.m.
Hmm.
and after that I feel really full of energy and around 4 maybe 5 p.m. I felt like I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
I
So
was
you
like
feel a little
tired.
tired. Yeah, you feel a little tired.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
lost my focus on into the game.
Hmm.
It was showed on my performance, but
Yep.
after
Yep. Yep.
one or two games that I played bad, on the last one I played good. So for me, it
Okay.
was like, yeah, I can back. It's the same training, like
Yeah.
when
Same
you lost,
intensity.
yeah,
Yeah.
in best of three, if you lost, played good one map, play bad the second one,
Hmm.
and you can play the good on the third one, like the same trainings, I guess.
Got it, got it, got it. So that's an interesting thought because I know that a lot of the times when I recommend that gamers start to exercise, that's something that they're afraid of, that they get tired at the end of the day. But what I think they don't realize is after you exercise consistently, do you have or have you felt a difference in your energy levels? Because hey, you came back and you worked out, and of course, depending on how strong or intense the workout is, it can make you tired at the end of the day. So, what have you noticed now that you've been working out, more regularly?
Mm, it was hard for the first time because you have to know how you should eat before your trainings
Yep, yep.
because we switched a lot with my coach at the gym, like um, my eating, like what should I eat on breakfast, how much. I didn't eat on breakfast before my gym, and after we starting to exercises by the morning, we would like to switch it, and I started to eat, and I'm
Hmm.
eating more, and right now I found out the best way how and what should I eat
Hmm.
to not feeling like exhausted.
Yeah.
It's also like what are you eating? It's also depends on your what kind of energy you will have like
Yep.
during the day. So it's
Exactly.
also like
Exactly.
important thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Um, so then, overall, how long have you been working out? How long have you been
Oh,
training? Has it been since you were 19 when you started, or did that start closer to this year?
no, yes, yeah, yes, at the start of this year. Oh no, maybe it was like in previous year, maybe I started it around November or December, like the
Got it.
end of November or the start of December.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, I think one important thing to recognize just is that if you are training and um, if there's, let's say, a double block, or sometimes in North America they have triple blocks. I don't know if you guys have that, but it's a good idea to not go really, really hard at the gym. Meaning, you don't want to lift super heavy because our nervous system, the brain to the nerves to the muscles, that can get tired, and that can lead to you not making the most out of your practice if you go too much, which is why
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's important to work with your trainer to say, hey, I have in the next couple of days really important practice, to so
Mm-hmm.
so you don't maybe second block, maybe too tired and can't perform as well. So I think that's just an interesting consideration to take on top of what you mentioned with eating.
For us, it was like when I told my trainer, my coach, that I have that kind of job. I can guess it's the job because in sales region, it's not like the job, it's like a job right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So he told me, okay, you don't have to hurry. We don't have uh, to set to how to say it to use the diet right now because if you feel like hungry, you can't perform as
Yeah,
well like on the
exactly,
tournament. So
exactly.
continue eat that much calories that you have right now, and after we'll maybe like use it like shortly minus 200
Yep.
calories, and it will be like. much better when we can like 500 calories. So
Yeah, to lose weight, right? So,
yes,
you have a
yes.
good trainer. You have a really good trainer because sometimes when trainers work with gamers, they don't realize, when we play games, we use the same fuel. We use carbs to fuel our brain so that we can focus for long periods of time. So, I'm glad that you have such a great trainer that you're working with. Do the rest of your teammates also work with a trainer, or is it something that just you like to do?
Uh, I guess three of us are not training in gym. One wanted
Mm-hmm.
to start, but I didn't know he started or no. I didn't ask him.
Got it.
And
Got it.
Nats is training, but not regularly. Maybe he'll
Mm-hmm.
come back to trainings right now.
Got it.
And one thing that I wanted to notice, like, I have some troubles with my, um, I forgot how to say it in English. Shoulder, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
shoulder. It's not like it making it makes me feel like uncomfortable during the day or something like this, but in the gym I can use like the heavy weight because it depends on which angles we're using. It
Yep.
hurts or it
Yep.
doesn't.
Yep.
So all the stuff that I'm doing with my coach, we're doing it's really slow,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
if we are training our my elbow or my shoulder,
Shoulder.
we're
Yep.
using really low
Light
weight,
weights.
like
Got it. Got it. And
uh,
so, do you notice it with movements where you're pressing overhead? Because that's really common, especially with how you sit, that it can lead to some shoulder issues or feeling weak and not being able to press because it can irritate it. Or is it
mm,
during these kind of movements or lifting up like
uh,
that?
um, you mean like when I have a pain, like in the
Yeah.
shoulder?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess it will be like around like this.
Yeah.
I
When
don't
you
know.
like when you bench press,
Um,
like
it's
this
really
one.
hard to explain. I guess no, not on this. It's like if my elbow will be upper. No, no, not like this. It will be if my hand will be upper of my elbow will be upper on my
Oh yeah.
shoulder.
Uh huh.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
my shoulder is
So
starting to hurt.
got it. Okay. Okay. What?
Oh,
This one's fine.
Uh, this one fine if it's not a heavy weight. If I don't have a
Okay.
heavy weight, because uh, before I started to training with my coach, I can't
Mm-hmm.
like do push-ups. It was really painful for me.
Yeah.
I can do like the two or three in a row, but right
Got
now I
it. Got
can
it.
do like 10,
Nice.
50.
Nice.
Like it's really it was really hard for me, but right now it's making like more better.
For
So
sure. For sure.
I'm really
So,
glad.
so, one quick question then is, do you do any stretching for your shoulder and your body during before training and as while you're training? Because a lot
Mm,
of the
uh,
times when we train, we're focusing on strength, we're focusing on control, but we don't make sure we have the mobility, and that's something that's very common as a reason why we have issues with bringing our elbows over our shoulders, or when we're pressing we can't do it as heavy as some of the other movements because we have some stiffness.
mm,
How
I
often would
guess
you
before the gym, I'm
mm-hmm.
doing like the warm up. I'm walking like 20 minutes, like on
Mm-hmm.
the road, or I have like a cycle for 20 minutes, or I don't know how ellipsoid, maybe like on English it's the
Yeah, it's
same.
it's elliptical. We have one.
Elliptical,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So around 10 minutes because 20 minutes it's too hard to doing
For sure,
like
for sure. Yeah.
for a long time. And
Mm-hmm.
after that, we're doing like the similar moves that we're doing like in the boat, like this
Oh, the
move.
rowing. Yeah, the rowing.
Yeah,
That's good. That's a really good exercise too. Yep.
and after that we're using like on the skies or skis.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Very cool.
Like this, like for 1 minute or two, and after that we're starting to training in the gym.
Got it, got it. Okay, so I think that's a good warm up, but I just mean, sometimes we don't focus on mobility, which is our
Oh, you
ability.
mean
Yeah.
like the flexibility of my
Yeah,
muscles, yes?
exactly, exactly. How
Mm,
much do you focus on that? Because with how you sit, and I'll show you, there's certain muscles that would get tight that would lead to the specific issue that you're talking to about. So,
I have a
uh
good flexibility around 2 or 3 years ago.
huh.
Like it was easy for me to make, like to put leg on behind my head or something like this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it was simple for me, but right now I guess no, because I become like the bigger, and maybe I
Yep.
didn't use a lot of trainings to um,
Yeah.
upper my flexibility, I
Right,
guess.
right. And that's okay. It's good that you don't have much pain, but maybe what we can do is once we get to the posture part, we can talk a little more about what muscles might be stiff that might be leading to that shoulder issue that you have, because it's very common. It's something I see all the time, specifically with people or gamers that sit a lot, and also specifically with your posture. So,
Oh, can I have like 1 minute? I mean,
of
like when
course.
I was at my doctor, I know like on Russian what he told me, but I can like explain it um on English. Maybe I'll try. He
Uh huh.
told me that I have a trouble with the muscles, where that is like the connecting with this bone and
Uh huh.
my back muscles. They're
Uh
connecting
huh.
like at the shoulder, and he told me
Oh,
that I have that. In
hey.
in this position, like the problem.
Yeah, yeah. So I can show you probably exactly what he's referencing, because he's probably right. He's probably right in that it's tight, it's limiting. So let's see if I can pull it up. Whoa, there it is. So see, here we go. Here's a muscle. This is a one big muscle. It's called a lat. It starts at your back
Mm-hmm.
and it inserts at your shoulder. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it inserts right at your shoulder, and then this is another muscle that starts at your shoulder blade
Mm-hmm.
and inserts at your arm. And based on how you sit, that is in a shortened position. And I'll show you when we get to it. But that can lead to it making it difficult. If you can imagine, if you're trying to bring this arm up, right? Like that.
Mm-hmm.
This muscle, if it's tight, it's going to scrunch up, right? And so it's going to pull down. It's going to pull down when it's really tight. So it's doing the opposite. It should allow for the arm to come up more. Does that make sense? Or not
Yeah,
really?
yeah. I guess so, but I have a pain like in the upper side of my
Yeah, right,
shoulder. Yeah.
right here. But the pain is like right here, right?
Uh, More right and upper.
Like around here.
Let's have a look from the upper
Oh,
of the shoulder.
uh huh. Oh, let's see, like this, like here.
Yeah, yeah, around here. Yeah.
Got it, got it. Yep. So that's a common reason, because it can irritate a tendon right here, and you can irritate a little tendon over here, like this guy, when you lift your arm up, because it's causing this bone to run into this part here. This tendon will run into this issue here. It's called impingement or irritation, but it's
Mm-hmm.
often due to these muscles really tight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but um, we can get a little more into why that happens. But that's a really common thing that happens when you sit in the way that you sit, especially for long periods of time. Even though you get up and move and exercise, it doesn't often change the fact that we develop stiffness. So,
Mm-hmm.
so what we can do is we'll definitely talk about that a little more. But I wanted to see like what it sounds like your approach for staying healthy is exercising, walking, eating well. Do you do anything else to keep yourself healthy as a gamer?
Smiling a lot, have fun.
Yeah. You said
Because
having fun?
Um, I guess that sometimes with our teammates, like we have a lot of jokes during the game. We can like joke to each other,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, or maybe like with my friends, we are talking like about stuff. So I guess it's really fun just to play with my teammates, and that's the biggest point why we all like together for the long
Mm.
time. and we have a great relationship in the team.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the main thing when you're playing in games, you should have fun. It's not like the business. Like, yeah, of course, it's like a job, and
Mm-hmm.
you should be like more serious about
Mm-hmm.
this, but you also should not forget about the fun things that you can take from the game. Right?
Yeah, definitely. I love that, and I think that's really rare, right, for a player to speak about because a lot of the times they just treat it as a job and they don't try to get to know their teammates or they don't try to build rapport or build this relationship with everyone that they surround themselves with every single day. You know, I've seen that so many times. I've worked with quite a few teams across multiple
Mm,
esports, and the teams that do the best are the ones that really develop a close knit relationship because they can bounce back more easily from stress because they're all
mm.
friends and they all
It,
handle things well together or they can work through problems more easily.
it
So I
also, I
love
guess,
that.
depends on people. Would you they like to communicate with you, or are they trust you or not? Because
Mm-hmm.
we were on the high, we were on the bottom, so and we didn't like bring someone out of our boat and like say
Yeah.
goodbye.
Right, right,
Uh,
right.
well, I
Yeah.
guess we are together like 1 year, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe in this because I can remember like yesterday I was like, oh, Gambit will sign me, okay, let's go.
Yeah. That's
I should
crazy.
work hard. Yeah, so one
Mm-hmm.
year was like it wasn't like fast enough. It was like in the normal way,
Mm-hmm.
but I still like can't believe that we making like this far, and we should do it
Yeah.
like the same stuff again,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and we should train them more than we are doing before.
Yeah, I like that you said, it's a matter of trust too, if you guys trust each other. And I think it also comes from the organization trusting that you guys can still work together and not saying like, okay, like this is not working, let's kick someone. Because I think that happens a lot. That happens really, really often. It doesn't allow you the chance to grow with each other. And so I love that you guys have been able to really build this close connection and then get the results that you've gotten in the past year. So that's great to hear, and I think is not that common in esports. So
Maybe it was like because we are young, like they're all like 19, 20 years old, and I am the oldest one, and our coach and manager are the oldest one too.
oh, got it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And uh, I guess if we didn't have like that coach, we couldn't like be that team like together, or like the mental things, or like the relationships.
Yeah.
So I guess it was I don't know, maybe you didn't hear like that stuff, but because of our coach, we're like that we have like that kind of team.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, and I think the coach is one of the most important people on the team as well. So maybe what are some of the things that the coach has done for you guys that you feel like has been really helpful to build this level of trust?
Mm, for me as a captain,
Mm-hmm.
like when with him I'm talking a lot because we're always like thinking about the strategies, like who can performance well on that or another
Mm-hmm.
agents, like the counter threat of the teams.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking with him a lot, and he helps me a lot, like the mental things, because before that I was in that organization. I tried to put all the things on my shoulders and try to do it all alone. And he
Mm,
helps like the me to improve, like the others. He talked with them,
yeah.
like told them who is the correct, like in situations if I can't solve the situation as a captain,
Mm-hmm.
uh, or if I'm arguing with someone, he's just like saying you're wrong or no, like
All right, right,
uh,
right.
he- so maybe and we are always telling the truth to each
Mm-hmm.
other.
Got it. So you have a very open environment where you guys can just say what you guys are thinking and not feel like you'll be, judged or anything. You
Yeah,
can.
in game, yes, but maybe some live things we can like be that kind of
Oh,
open.
for sure, of course.
But
Yeah.
yeah, in our game, and because we want to winning a lot, we're really open-minded.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, I really love that. It sounds like you guys have a great environment, and I think that it definitely has, led you guys to the results that you guys have achieved. So it's great to hear because not a lot of people talk about how important relationships are and communication is between the team. They just focus a lot on strategy, which, hey,
Mm.
strategy is important, 100%.
Yeah,
But, being able to maybe lose a couple games and then come back even stronger is something that is a result of hard work, but also great relationships and communicating well.
I guess if you will maybe watch our games that after the loss we're like doing in the same way, we become more stronger on the next one. Because we lost too much, like when we started to make as a team, we're playing a lot of like CS tournaments.
Yeah.
They're not like that popular, but we're losing like at the first stage as a team, at the second one, and after that,
Oh, okay.
we are losing on all stages. So for
Uh-huh.
us, losing or the first or the second one is okay. So it all depends how you make it on the second one. So
I love that mentality. Yeah, just not letting it affect you, not letting it make you feel like you're not a great player. You guys just know that hey, there were some kinks that you had to work out, and looked like you guys definitely did. And I'm excited, really, actually, to see how you guys, turn up at the finals. That's going to be really exciting. But let's don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you need individualized coaching for your injuries, sleep, exercise, or nutrition, you can check out our Patreon. And of course, you can catch us live on YouTube or Twitch. Play more, hurt less.